You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
This episode is brought to you by Honda. When you test drive the all-new Prologue EV, there's a lot that can impress you about it. There's the class-leading passenger space, the clean, thoughtful design, and the intuitive technology. But out of everything, what you'll really love most is that it's a Honda. Visit honda.com/EV to see offers.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
Today's episode is sponsored by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
One of the most reviled words for me in sports right now is the word documentary.
Why?
Stugotz, I am sick and tired of documentaries. Not because documentaries are bad,
right,
as a whole. There are some great documentaries that have been made.
Yep,
Sports
The Last Dance. Yep.
That's not one of them. That's a great commercial. That's an excellent commercial. I love The Last Dance.
Right.
But because very quickly I realized, maybe like 15 minutes in, like, oh, we're doing one big Nike, Gatorade, McDonald's ad. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. The reason I hate documentaries in sports as a catch-all is because what I've discovered, actually, you know what? I take it back. I need to thank all of these documentaries. I am sorry for saying I hate you. Reverse course.
Wow.
Thank you.
What happened
see that
there?
coming.
Because what I've come to realize is things that I thought were common knowledge, none of you bastards was paying attention at all. At all. At all.
Like what?
I'll give you a great example.
Okay.
A great recent example. The Steve McNair documentary on the Untold series on Netflix. I just watched something about this like 3 years ago. First of all, I lived it. I remember it when it was going on.
You were there for that?
I was alive and an adult when Steve McNair passed away, when he was murdered. So,
Right, yes.
like the news story unfolding, we knew about it. Then there was a documentary that came out like a couple of years ago. Watch that as well. And so Netflix comes along with their Untold series talking about Steve McNair, and I'm like, okay, let's see what you got. And it was like, yeah, we knew this already. But I got to hear everyone be like, oh my God, did you know that Steve McNair was murdered? Yes, I did. As did everyone else who was old enough to buy a pack of cigarettes when it happened.
Was the first documentary good? The first McNair documentary. I was not aware there was a first. I thought this was the first one.
No, I thought it was good. I thought it was decent. But what I've discovered is your evaluation of whether a documentary is good or not basically comes down to, have you heard about any of this before?
Right.
I went through this with Mike Fuentes right before the show started. He went through a list of like the Untold series. Untold series in particular, to me, is really shallow documentaries. Mike Fuentes went through a list and he named the ones that he thought were actually pretty good. And all of them were like the ones that we knew nothing about. One about minor league hockey. One about a woman boxer who was like had a hit on her or something like that, like a murder hit on her. It's all the stuff that we know at least a little bit about. We're like, yeah, this is kind of weak. And the latest in this series is the Connor Stallions thing, which, by the way, there's got to be a moratorium. You can't have a documentary less than 12 months after the shit happened. You cannot have a documentary.
I think you're right about that.
It's an ABC News report. It's Dateline at that point.
Yeah.
It's not a documentary.
Right.
But Jessica, you watch. I refused. I was like, I already know this on some bullshit.
I watched it last night, and
I tweeted this, so I'm recycling a joke here. They should rename the series Told, because I learned nothing. This had already been told. So like the big story about this documentary in particular was that Connor Stallion sat for an interview. And so like to your point, Amin, if this had been a sit down interview with a journalist, I think it would have been a better avenue for putting this out there. But instead, they framed it as like this big revealing documentary that really just rehashed sort of the same thing over and over again. He claims that, he didn't do any advanced scouting and that maybe people happened to use tickets that he had and happened to film things, but it wasn't sort of like this operation being done by Michigan. And there were a bunch of like Michigan fans that were in the documentary sort of saying like, everyone just hates us. Like we won the national championship. Haha, suck it. And like, that was like the extent of it. And there was sort of no like, additional reporting that was done that would have like added to things that we already knew from last year when the reporting came out.
The signature of an Untold documentary, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Number one, access. Mm-hmm. We got a central figure from this thing to sit down.
Right.
Number two.
There's more than one signature, huh?
Exactly. Several signatures.
It's like the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
We've got a big signature.
There's John Hancock,
a bunch of little signatures.
then Thomas Jefferson, everybody else, right?
Okay.
Number two, you have to have, in order to get that access, to let that person say whatever the hell they want with zero pushback. Those are the two hallmarks right there. You get someone that, damn, they got so-and-so to sit down, and then you realize, they got them to sit down because they let them say whatever the hell they want and did not push back or investigate any of their claims. They just took it on face value. A great example of this, Stugotz, was the Tim Donaghy documentary that Untold did.
Right.
A lot of people were like, wow, that's crazy. I remember LeBron tweeted about it. Oh, my God. It just goes to show. Because Tim Donaghy would say things like, we're reffing Heat versus Knicks, and I knew that Derek Stafford hated Pat Riley, so I bet the over on Knicks free throws. And then they just said, okay, and they moved on. And the Knicks shot more free throws than the Heat, and so many people took it and ran with it. Remember, we did this on Basketball Illuminati, me and Tom Habistro.
Yes.
We went back. Tom went back and watched that game. And he was right.
Let Stu tell you, he remembers.
There were more foul calls for the Knicks than there were against the Miami Heat. But then Tom did something very interesting. He said, let me see who's making the calls. Derek Stafford called like 6 fouls against the Heat, 6 fouls on the Heat and 5 on the Knicks. So a little bit towards Miami, but like by 1.
Right.
The other ref had, I think, 4 on the Knicks and 3 on the Heat. Tim Donaghy had like 12 fouls called on the Heat and like 4 on the Knicks. So yes, he was right. He knew who was going to shoot more free throws. He knew because there was a ref who was crooked in that game, but it wasn't Derek Stafford. It was Tim Donaghy. And anyone worth their salt would have sat down, watched the shit, and verified what this man, this pathological liar, is saying. And so when we come to this Connor Stallions thing, and we walk away with, I guess Michigan didn't do anything at all. Like, there was no pushback. There was no rebuttal or even deep investigation of what this man is saying. They took everything, Stugotz, on surface level.
That Donaghy episode was my favorite episode. What's on the show this week?
This week is, I thought we just talked about it, Connor Stallions.
Basketball Illuminati?
Oh, no, that show doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry.
How's Stupidity doing?
Not well.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I was trying to help you out there. I didn't know the show was canceled. I'm sorry.
We don't have to play this game. We've all got one.
We all got one. Yeah, I was hoping with Dan out we would not talk documentaries. Are we talking sports media next? Kelsey's, McAfee? What do you want to do?
Hold on.
Stugotz, tell us your takeaways from the U.S. Open last night. Let's start with that.
No.
I didn't watch.
No. Stugotz.
Walk us through a night with you. What did you do?
Last night, what did I do? I got home. Let's see, what did I do last night? I got home. I did a little work, Billy. I got organized. I was looking for flights for Kansas City. I took a couple of gummies, Valhalla, 40 milligrams, by the way. I went out to the driving range. I chipped a few balls. I went to the putting green.
It's a full day.
Then I picked up dinner for my wife and my daughter.
What'd we eat?
We had a Hurricane Grill.
Hurricane Bar and Grill. Nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
Some wings, honey barbecue for me, plain for Abby. I think Rachel had garlic wings. I don't like garlic on
Does
my
Abby
wings.
go sauce on the side, or
She goes plain with blue cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, extra
Respect
crispy.
it. Yeah.
Grilled or fried?
She goes fried. She likes fried wings. Yeah. But she likes small wings. So Hurricane is great because they're not too meaty. You know, I don't like meat on my wings. Too much meat.
You like
Bad.
a bony wing?
What?
I don't like too much meat. When they're too thick, especially the drumsticks, I don't like that. Too meaty.
You like less food.
No. I just like a nice compact wing. That's all. I don't like a lot of chicken on it, you know?
What's the argument against too much chicken?
You know the bulky wings?
Yes.
You know, occasionally you get like a bulky wing.
Yeah, it looks like a Flintstones type of drumstick.
Yeah, I want it to be tight. I don't want it to be bulky. That's all.
You want the chicken in the gym. You want the chicken conditioned.
Get it right, get
a
it
little
tight.
emaciated.
Not emaciated, like just fit. Gets its steps in, this chicken.
So then we were done with that. We had dinner. We sat around. I took a shower. I had dessert. I had another gummy.
Another.
I watched something. I don't remember what it is that I watched. Oh, I watched Accident. Have you guys seen this on Netflix? Accident?
What
it's
is
the
that?
number 2 show right now. So they have a birthday party.
This is the one with the bounce house?
The bounce house.
No way. You watched it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. So this guy, they have a birthday party for this guy's son.
Is this fictional or is this like a...
It's fictional.
This is a documentary.
Yeah.
Continues to Stugotz.
So they have a birthday party for this guy's son. He's wealthy. He's got a nice house, beautiful backyard. They invite all the best friends over, and he's waiting on a phone call. And this call is to see whether or not he has closed this deal for him and his partners. That is like a $40 to $60 million deal.
Really quick, is it a reenactment or is it like we're getting like a sit-down interview on grainy original footage?
Original footage from like a Ring camera in the
Okay,
backyard.
gotcha.
So this is also, from what I'm reading, this is a non-English TV show. So you're watching it with subtitles, or was it like dubbed over in English?
It's dubbed over in English.
Got it.
And subtitles. How about that?
Nice.
That seems redundant.
Yeah, just in case.
Double your trouble.
In case you don't understand English?
Yeah, I don't know why they did it.
Double down.
Okay.
All right,
I'm not a movie maker. I'm not a television show maker, Billy. I'm just telling you what I saw.
You're a consumer, and that's important, Stugotz.
How'd you land on this, by the way, of all things out there?
Listen,
The title got Stu. It would have gotten me.
I scroll around Netflix.
On accident.
I don't like Netflix. They changed the way that it looks, right? Or was that just me?
I think that's just you.
Really?
My Netflix looks the same.
Guys,
Well, how's yours look?
don't let them change the way that it
Wait,
looks.
how's yours look?
Wild.
What do you
I
mean?
can't find anything.
Well, what are you talking
It's
about?
wild. So before you would have like basically like almost like a grid system, right? Where
Yeah.
you go down.
I
Oh,
still
wow.
have
the
that.
grid.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, I Top-
top-
Bad
look
news
like?
is coming your way, my
Hold on.
friends.
So just to,
Impossible to find things now.
update.
wait, to clarify, my Netflix looks like this. At the top in the biggest square is whatever the new thing
The
they're pushing.
featured
Yeah.
one. Yes.
Then they've got top 10 in the U.S. Then
No.
they've got stuff that you were watching.
Continue
you wanna-
watching.
Continue
you wanna
watching.
Continue watching.
Love continue
top
Then they
10
got-
TV shows, top 10 movies.
Then they got one where it's like
We
things-
picked these for you.
We picked these for you. There you
Right.
go. And then
Hold your Netflix tight and hug it every night so that you don't miss these days of having this Netflix
What do you
because
have?
the end is coming for you very soon. They changed the way that it looks and it is a disaster.
you're not telling me what do you
It's
have.
basically like they got rid of like all of the stuff on the side. So like before on the side you would have like TV, movies, my stuff. Yeah, like a menu, right? Now they changed it and there's like 3 little words on the top. There's like no lines, and then it became like someone decided let's play around with how many different size rectangles we can have and put them all over the place. So like there's a giant rectangle like at the top, and then there's like smaller like squares, kind of like the grid that existed before, but like lines are gone, and it's like everything's together. It's very confusing. There's no like it's hard to find like the little titles like, oh, you want to see this because you watched, I don't know, Superbad or something, right? Like it's very confusing now. I don't like change. The new Netflix, not for me. So much so that I've straight up just I'm not doing Netflix today. Wow. Like I'll go there and I'm like, I can't with this right now. I'll go to Peacock. I'll go somewhere else. I can't do Netflix right now.
You go to Max.
I go to Max.
In the NFL, there is no margin for error. One mistake can change the outcome of a game. Science proves quality sleep can help boost reaction time, recovery time, and overall athletic performance. As the official sleep wellness partner of the NFL, Sleep Number's mission is to provide players with data and insights to optimize their sleep for the ultimate competitive edge. Sleep is essential for recovery, and we all have unique needs. That's why Sleep Number smart beds are perfect for couples, with individualized settings for each side. Since 2018, Sleep Number and the NFL have teamed up to bring quality sleep to elite athletes. 8 out of 10 NFL players, including 80% of Kansas City Chiefs players, trust Sleep Number for their best rest. And now, during Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus special financing for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. See store for details.
Don Le Batard.
I may take it one step further.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You're getting sexier by the moment.
Slow down. We haven't even gotten.
Stugotz.
Jason Sanders, you're on notice.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
One in spite of him.
Oh, wow.
I love you, Duke. This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I am telling you this. I don't know our partnerships, but
I know how to think. Max is one of them.
No, this isn't a Max thing.
That's why I threw that.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna name names. But there's a show that I think this show's called Bad Monkey.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna name names. Not gonna put any potential partners out there.
Bill
but
Lawrence.
I am for the first time considering ending a subscription and then like restarting it like 2 months from now so I could just binge a show. Because I don't.
It's once a week.
I don't know that I necessarily need to have a subscription to watch this show every week when it's out. If I could just kind of catch it on the tail end, if it's not something.
Save money,
I have
watch it all at once.
I have certain ones that like I'll watch a show here, I'll watch a show there, but it's not like a continuous thing that I'm always going there. No names.
So Billy, I get exactly what you're saying because I, in general, appreciate the show that comes out weekly. I like the anticipation, especially like, hey guys, what happened? What do you think is going to happen next week?
You guys are like old. Shogun. Shogun was great. Once a week.
Well, no, like mysteries are ones like that where like, okay, for example,
Game of Thrones.
Yesterday, a new season of Only Murders in the Building came out.
There you go.
Now that's one that some people enjoy like binge watching because they can catch up. But that's another one that because it's like a murder mystery situation, like you can come up with your own theories and you can theorize over the span of a week. And you're like, did you see this? Did you see that? Do you think this person did this? Do you think they did that? So like that's one, honestly, I watched it last night. I have friends. I'm like, Only Murders in the Building came out. Which, by the way, if we're going to be honest.
You didn't text me.
I didn't know you watched it. You guys watched that?
We talked about it like 1,000 times.
I introduced you to it.
That's not true.
Exactly right.
Like years ago.
That's no.
Season 1.
Falsehoods if I've ever heard.
Go back and look it up.
You're not his friends.
Look this up where? Where would I look that up? You just go through
where would you look it up? It's almost like we don't live our lives recorded for 3 to 4
correct.
hours
But I'm going to go through like September of the year 2020 to like listen to like when was Amin on? Let me see if Amin introduced me.
We talked about it on Mystery Crate. We talked about it here.
I'm sorry,
Billy.
Billy.
But that doesn't mean that Amin introduced me to it.
It does.
I think so.
Okay, fine. We'll agree to agree here.
Jeremy will agree to disagree.
No, agree to agree. I agree with Amin. He introduced
Everyone's a little
me to the
cranky
show.
today. It's weird.
No, so who is?
You.
Me?
You, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Ethan, look at
I'm firing all cylinders.
Can we get back to the accident? I want to hear about the show.
We'll get there.
I will in a
He's cranky
second.
about Netflix. He's cranky about being
guys, when you get this Netflix, you're going to feel the same way.
Zach cranky.
Your world is going to end. You're not going to feel the same after you've seen the new Netflix. I'm telling you right now, you don't want the new Netflix. Don't do anything. Don't touch anything. Don't change anything. That's one of those things where you accidentally hit the wrong thing and then you update something and your world is so much worse off. You don't want the new Netflix. But anyways, what were we talking about?
The accident.
Only Murders in the Building, you have to wonder how many times people around them can get killed, right? Like, we're by season 4.
That's how I feel about Murder, She Wrote. I'm like, she lives in like this little island near Cape Cod. How are so many people getting murdered?
Those tiny towns I never get. I used to think that all the time about Pretty Little Liars. It's like, guys, there's someone out here killing people.
At least
find the criminal. How hard is it? This is a town of 37 people. It's one of them.
Billy, you know what we should have as the final season? They actually murder somebody.
Who?
They
gang.
do. Martin Short.
Yeah.
Steve
Martin also.
There's been some seasons that I've thought, you know what?
But that's how they should end it.
You know?
They should actually kill somebody and then I'll go to jail.
It would be Martin Short, right?
No,
like he's
Steve
the most desperate.
Steve Martin.
He's definitely killed.
Steve Martin, definitely. because he's a failed actor and he's sick and tired of people kind of like.
But he had success and he has money. Martin Short's always kind of been like the guy that he had that accident.
They all
where
have
spoiler
motives.
alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and Selena Gomez too. Yeah, all three of them.
Steve Martin too.
I'm not gonna get into what happened in the first episode, but
Good first episode?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch
slightly different than the other seasons so far, but this is a show that some people like to binge because they want to see what happens week after week, and then this is another show that people like us like to then theorize. So since we all watch this show, let's kind of make a pact right now so we can almost have a Only Murders in the Building book club.
Pinkies up, everybody.
Where we can discuss. Jess, are you in on this?
My pinky's up.
I see that.
There you go.
So what days, gang, are we going to watch this so that then we can kind of discuss it?
What days does it come out?
I think Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Because I saw it yesterday.
On Hulu.
On Hulu, yeah, Hulu.
Your grandfather in on that
The
one,
thing
too?
is, Billy, college football season started, and the NFL season about to start, and the WNBA season's still going
Yeah.
on, and like I'm pretty swamped.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday show.
There's
Tuesday.
basketball on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah, but you got 30 minutes on a Tuesday.
Yeah, there's a 39er.
30 minutes?
Yeah, it's a
You don't
39er,
have
but I
30
think it's a
minutes on
long
a
That's
one.
episode one.
I think
It's a
no,
Tuesday.
you're right. I do have 39
I think we're
minutes.
going to flirt with
I
like
thought it was
32 to
like a 60
37.
Tuesday's your day.
No, there's a 39er.
39 is because
I
it's
can-
episode one.
I think
Episode
I
one is
can
always.
do
That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to flirt with 32, 37.
What season
max.
are we on, by the way? Is this
Four.
season 4?
You haven't seen any before?
I saw seasons 1 and 2, but I didn't.
3
see
was a
season
big one.
3.
Season 3, you want me to tell you what happened?
Don't tell her.
Don't tell her.
There's
don't
a big
do that.
spoiler in 3. Come on.
Before-
The problem is that we've reached the level of success on the show where now it's just Cameo City. It's
Well,
just constant.
to be honest-
That was
Okay.
my issue after season 1.
To be honest, it was always that kind
Hang
of
on a second.
No, but because
Billy-
Sting was in season 1, and it's like, hey, you're Sting,
Which was
and
great,
then
by the way.
and then season 2 was just like, Amy Schumer lives in our building now, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then that was like the whole thing of Amy Schumer. Like here she is in like an episode or 2, and she's just like, she's Amy Schumer.
Did I get ball sacked, or is Martin Short now dating Meryl Streep?
In
No,
real
that
life.
seems to be
Yes.
happening in real life.
Really?
They're like holding hands on
That
red
doesn't
carpets.
make sense. No way.
Wow, life
She was in
imitating
season
art.
I love
That
it.
is
She
weird.
was in season 3?
She was one of the main
Yeah.
characters of season 3.
Love interest.
Was she playing herself?
No.
Oh,
down
okay.
on her luck
Is my
actress.
pinky still supposed to be up?
Do you-
Oh yeah, I
No,
put mine down.
no.
Sorry, mine's back
Do you
up.
think? Do
Sorry.
you think?
Pinky's up?
Do you think they met and started dating on set, or were they already dating and he got her the job?
No,
Well, she
got her the
recently got
job.
divorced
You know, I
from
mean-
her husband, who
well,
was
there
like
you
a
go.
famous
He got her the
sculptor.
job?
You know.
I don't know.
Right.
Well, you
hold
make
on.
it seem like she's actually this down on her luck actress that can't get work without dating
on.
Martin Short.
You're pushing
Get
back.
outta
You're
here.
pushing back.
No,
on us?
I'm just saying, like, I have my issues with Meryl Streep. I think she's an overrated actress.
Guys, pinkies
go.
up.
Okay.
What?
Keep the pinkies
Also,
up.
Martin Short is the guy that's along for the ride.
What a
in that
talent,
equation.
Martin
way.
Short, huh?
No way.
He's
I really
incredible.
like Martin Short.
Really?
He's funny.
He's
Oh, I thought you said
annoying.
you don't really
No,
like.
I
was
do
about to
like
say,
him.
I don't
Father of the
annoying
Bride,
you.
he was incredible.
No, I said I like him.
Oh, what
Steve
a-
Martin also I
Yeah.
like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not less so.
And also Steve Martin. But Stugotz.
Fairy
asking-
kill. Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez. Let's play.
Well,
No,
Boom.
we're not playing.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably a bad idea.
Stugotz
Pinky still
says
up.
Martin
Pinky's
Short
up.
is just along for the ride. And Stugotz, I'm saying absolutely not. He's the one with one of the hottest shows in America. What has she done lately? I'll wait.
That's a fair point. I mean, but I feel like Martin Short is always one of those guys that gets plugged into a movie because Steve Martin's in the movie and he's more famous and he wants Martin Short in the movie.
Are you just going off of Three Amigos?
Three Amigos, yeah. So anyway, there's this birthday party that he's having for his kid, right, his son. And he has one of those bounce houses there. And he was responsible for nailing in the final stake, right, for hammering that thing in.
Oh no!
But then he got a phone call. And it was the phone call he had been waiting for days.
Changed his life, that phone call.
Yes.
in more ways than one, it seems.
Oh, I'm in.
And so he got up and he ran inside because he was so excited to take the phone call and he forgot to hammer in that final stake. So as he's taking the phone call and they're saying, hey, you got the deal, $40 million, $60 million, what is happening is, unbeknownst to him, is that the bouncy house is flying away with 5 or 6 kids on it. And 4 of them or 5 of them die. They find them. Yeah, no, and now it has torn his life apart. It has torn their marriage apart.
Did
all
his
their
kids
friendships
survive?
apart. No, one of his friends, his son died.
So,
His son.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
his son died. yes.
Question. All right,
And so now he's living with his guilt, and should he turn himself in, and what does he do?
There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I got a question. Okay, so
Great show.
I am a wealthy man with a big deal on the line, right? I'm wealthy enough to have a huge backyard and wealthy enough to get this bouncy house for my kid's birthday. Yet I refuse to pay someone else to do this. I'm going to be hammering stakes.
No,
If you hire someone, you should not be the one staking it in. I would think.
Time out. He did hire someone. He has someone, a family that works at the house, okay? the wife needed ice.
But this is probably a wait.
Time
what?
out. He was hammering in the steak. Okay, their maintenance guy, was hammering in the steak. And the wife needed ice. And so the husband said, hey, go get the ice. We need it now. I will take care of the bouncy house.
Hold on a second.
How about that?
If this is a rental, the people you rented from would set it up, not someone that works for you at the house.
Ooh, like the business we wanted to start.
Don't.
Was that Sagaki?
Number one. Number two, Billy.
There shouldn't be one steak that's important.
I was going to say 3 steaks. I think you should be locked in on 3 steaks.
Also,
there's not just one steak. The one steak missing shouldn't have allowed this to happen.
But also...
There's a suspect.
Honey, we need ice. Hey, John, stop doing the manual labor and just go and hop in the car and get this ice. I'll do this thing that requires manual labor and skill.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting ice.
Can I also was there like a derecho or something? Like what? How did this thing just like pick up and leave
Great
with children in it?
I know what that is.
There was a
for those
big
who
windstorm
don't.
that came by and, picked it up and carried it away. And then you see, see these
boat.
families watching their kids fall from the bouncy house.
Does this ever happen in real life?
Yes.
I'm certain
Absolutely.
it has. Yeah.
Really?
There was Balloon Boy that flew away in the balloon.
I
And then we
remember
found out.
Balloon
Yeah, but he was
Boy.
never in the balloon. That was a big lie.
That was a
We're
time.
covering that live on this show. That's how old this show is. Hey, happy 20th, everyone.
Watch this. There's going to be a documentary, Untold, Balloon Boy. And people are going to be like, did you know there was a boy who was in a balloon that got blown away?
Yeah, that was a crazy person. He made it all up for attention.
You know what was a good show?
What's that?
Oz.
Oh.
Great show. The Wire.
Speaking of Meryl Streep,
Barry. I mean, God, Big Little Lies
Just
on
strong
Max.
shows.
F-Boy Island.
Dun, 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 dun.
When you're hiring for your small business, you want to find quality professionals that are right for the role. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs has the tools to help find the right professionals for your team faster and for free. As Metalwork Media continues to grow as a content studio, we strive to hire only the best and most qualified candidates. Thankfully, with LinkedIn, they have made it easy for us to find them. LinkedIn isn't just a job board. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So, if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. On LinkedIn, 86% of small businesses get a qualified candidate within 24 hours. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/prep. That's linkedin.com/prep. Post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Dan Le Batard.
No one else here is willing to do a Trump or a Biden.
That's not true, Dan.
Okay, Tony, you can catch
Man
up.
of 1,000 impersonations. That's not bad, man.
Finally.
Not terrible. Pretty good.
Stugotz.
Yours is terrible. You just got to get a little redder, a little pinker. You're right there, man.
Yours is not. You're Biden.
What do you mean?
Oh, his is good.
That's
Dan.
actually not
His
bad.
Is
Not
good.
terrible.
That's not terrible.
We got to come together.
A little Southern
Little
twang
Bush.
there.
A little George Bush in that one.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
We're going to be joined by fantasy expert Matthew Berry in just a moment. But first, it's Suey Week, and today we've got Best Laugh. Hit it.
And now, the Suey nominees for Best Laugh. Alex Rodriguez, Andy Reid, Bernie Williams, Alonzo Mourning, Ben Schwartz, Adnan Verk,
Dead.
Adam Schefter, Kenny G, Joy Taylor, Kathy Griffin,
I don't know the
Jim Larrañaga, Katie Nolan, very good, Jake Tapper, Jay Billis, Jake Plummer, George the Iceman Gervin, Gabriel Iglesias, a.k.a. Fluffy, Dan Soder, Dan Patrick, L. Duncan,
I know where you're going.
Semifinals.
Christian Wilkins. Dan Hurley. Chris Whittingham. Chris Mad Dog Russo. Chris Felica, a.k.a. The Bear. Carlos Boozer. Chris Cody.
Expert.
No, this is not good. It doesn't seem clean.
Okay.
Chris
Brooks Kepka.
He's laughing at you.
Calvin Johnson. Boogie Cousins. Brad Williams. Tim Kirchin. Spencer Hall. Tom Thibodeau. Adam Schefter's mom, Shirley. Stan Van Gundy. Sammy Sosa. Robert Griffin III.
Thank you.
Scott Van Pelt. Rob Delaney. Sam Morrill. Princess Claire Bellamy. Rich Eisen.
Come on.
Rex Chapman. Randy Moeller, a.k.a. Red Deer. Ramona Shelburne.
Right.
Poppy Lebitard.
You know, even pants, you know, even football, you know.
Mina Kimes. The Bat Boy who was fired by David Sampson, Nick Cirillo. Michelle Beadle.
Oh, thank you.
Mike McDaniel. Method Man. Lando Norris. Lil Dicky. Marrow. LaMarcus Aldridge. Marty Smith. Wayne Newton. Carl Weathers. Shooter McGavin. Dan Lebitard.
Nothing. Nothing.
Charlotte Wilder. Amin El Hassan. Billy Gill.
They relocated.
Stugotz. Tony Kaladiud. Roy Bellamy.
Hey, the threesomes.
Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah.
Parakeet Cortez. Ron McGill. Pablo Torre. Mike Ryan. Jessica Smetana. Juju Gotti.
One of them.
Jeremy Taché.
That's all I got on
What
it.
laugh was that?
Greg Cody. He's never heard the phrase necking. Izzy Gutierrez.
Hear it. Wait.
David Sampson.
Yeah.
Dominique Foxworth. LPGA golfer who went viral for smoking heaters, Charlie Hull.
A fun game to play there that I was trying to do is which one of these were real laughs and which one were fake.
A lot of fake laughs.
Fully admit mine was super fake.
So was mine. Yeah.
No.
That was actually one of your genuine ones, Stugotz. That's why I put it in.
How do you decipher? I mean,
You can kind of tell with you.
do you guys like listening to your own laughter?
No.
I don't. Yeah.
I do when it's real. When I really belly laugh, it's a fun thing. I feel like there's several people who have great belly laughs. Jessica, you're one of them. You got a great laugh. Like
When I was younger, people told me that when I died, my laugh would go straight to hell.
Damn.
Because it was so annoying.
Say hi to our Bryles.
It's a compliment, I think. Somewhere in there's a compliment.
Like the rest of me is in heaven. That's the compliment, I guess. But it's like, no, your laugh sucks.
Who told you this?
My friends.
How old were you?
I don't know. Not old.
So wait, let me get this straight. So for them, your laugh is something of
Evil.
Satan. Yeah, there it is. 2025, ladies
Couple
and gentlemen.
villainous laughs there. My bad.
No, what you got?
No, the George Gervin villainous.
Oh,
He
yeah,
misspoke. He was like,
his echoed everywhere. It was like the count, right? But that's his real laugh. I know.
I thought Princess Claire's is going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
In that category.
That one's up there. Greg Cody's good because
Cody's great.
He almost dies during his. And then Katie Nolan because she goes, wee, at the end.
Greg sacrificed the most for his submission. Yeah. I think that we can say that.
Left it all out on the line.
I like Charlie Hall's too.
Yeah. So you
little horn.
Like old school, those convertibles, but they weren't convertibles back then. It was just that's what a car looked like.
Yes.
Hey, small business leaders, have you ever thought there's got to be an easier way to do all the busy work? With JustWorks all-in-one platform, you can check all the boxes, run payroll in 90 seconds, access premium benefits, take care of tax reports, and even hire internationally. Any questions? Reach out to their expert staff for real human support. Plus, transparent pricing guaranteed. Visit justworks.com/podcast to join the thousands of small businesses that trust JustWorks to take care of payroll, benefits, compliance, and more.
When you're hiring for your small business, you want to find quality professionals that are right for the role. That's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs has the tools to help find the right professionals for your team faster and for free. As Metallark Media continues to grow as a content studio, we strive to hire only the best and most qualified candidates. Thankfully, with LinkedIn, they've made it easy for us to find them. LinkedIn isn't just a job board. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So, if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. On LinkedIn, 86% of small businesses get a qualified candidate within 24 hours. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/prep. That's linkedin.com/prep. Post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.